Go on.
You're right, I'm Simeon from KiD and I'm doing a little interview here for the Daily Scheisse. I've got a few questions that I've got to answer on the iPhone, so excuse me while I read them out and then answer the questions. As you can see, we're outside in the middle of the Ibiza.
There's my dirty drawers there on the line.
We're not really in Ibiza, we're in like Lincolnshire or something, but it's warm out, so we've got to
Nice
take
and
advantage
warm.
of the sun. Right, here's the first question. KiD were formed in Manchester. How much of Manchester cultures influence your sound? Well, it's not really the bands that have influenced our sound, it's more just like the daily stuff we see, like, do you know what I mean, like growing up in shitty areas, and we just write about that, we just write about social commentary, and that's what's influenced our sound really, so now you know. Right, number 2, you guys signed to Mercury Records in 2008, how did that come about? Well, we did a few gigs, we did about 4 or 5 gigs, and then we did a showcase in London in a place called Yo-Yo's, and there was a lot of record labels there, and we had to just choose one. They were all talking the same stuff really, so we just had to choose one of them, and that was the one we chose. We're no longer with them actually, we're with a new label called Modern English, and everything's going right. That's what the new single is going to be on, so there's number 2. Number 3, your sound has been described as a hybridization of various sounds growing up. Who influenced you and why? Growing up, like, I know like our parents always listened to like old school music and nostalgic sound, so that's what we were kind of influenced by. We were into hip hop as well, like heavily influenced by hip hop, and the Specials, Madness, UB40, they're all like, you can if you listen to our music, you can hear all them bands in our sound really. Number 4, Lovers Rock or British Ska? I don't know. Well, Lovers Rock, obviously, like that's what we heard growing up in our households, because our parents were listening to Lovers Rock. But then we kind of got more influenced by the British Ska, because obviously it was the punk and the Lovers Rock merging. So kind of both of them really, you know. What is your new single Winner about? Well, it's just about like when you're feeling down, feeling shitty about situations, not to let it get to you. Know that like if you just keep on with what you're doing, eventually then bad times will go, you know what I mean, and you'll see a clear way. There, Winner, don't let anything get you down. Right, let me press the passcode in this. According to some websites, your new album is called To Get Nowhere, Follow the Crowd. What are your thoughts on individualism in British music, absent or present? Well, to be honest, yeah, I feel like a lot of people are chasing that #1 hit. Do you know what I mean? And they're chasing radio, and what you get is everyone starts sounding the same because they're all making a song for the radio instead of just being true to themselves, sticking with what they want to do from the start and seeing that through, not changing every time the style of music which radio chooses to play, not changing to that style. So I think people just need to stick with what they're doing, and like I said, to get nowhere, follow the crowd, because if you keep following the crowd, then eventually when you're building up your fan base, they're going to be like, wait, I thought they were doing this, actually I thought they were doing this, if you know what I mean. So we just say stick on your path, man, don't watch what anyone else is doing. Has there been any pressure to conform to a certain artistic ideals since being signed? It's like what I said on the question before. It's like, I know a lot of record labels will try and they want that quick pound, do you know what I mean? They want that quick results, and sometimes artists will conform just to make that hit so they don't get dropped, do you know what I mean? And it's like, we never conformed in any way. We might have put our singles out in ways we didn't want to put them out, do you know what I mean? But they were all eventually, we've never wrote songs just for the record label. We've always wrote all these songs beforehand, if you know what I mean, so I don't know about that one, to be honest. What can fans expect from your upcoming album? Well, you can expect a lot of punk, a lot of reggae, a lot of Motown, just nostalgic sounds, a lot of social commentary, because where we're from, Manchester, we see a lot of shit. and we're gonna tell you about it on the album. So To Get Nowhere, Follow the Crowd, make sure you buy that. If your new album had an alcoholic drink, was an alcoholic drink, what would it be and why? Well, I'm drinking a Stella. I know this Stella gets you revved up. People call it wife beater drink, but we're not violent, but it gets you on it, gets you ready for the night, you know what I mean? So maybe a Stella. Or actually Jack Daniels, we've been on that as well. You know what I mean? Any alcoholic drink, just get up and go, let's have it. Cheryl Cole or MIA both approach you for a collaboration. Which of the two do you choose and why? Well, let's see, right, depends what kind of collaboration you're talking. MIA, I'd have a song done with her the next day, and Cheryl Cole probably pregnant the next day. That's the collaboration there. KiD BRiTiSH is a socially aware band. Do you think that the artists have an obligation to speak out against street violence? I don't think artists have an obligation to do it. I just feel like if you're in a high position and you can say something that might make a difference, then why not say it? Do you know what I mean? No one's a preacher, artists ain't politicians, and artists ain't the kids' parents, do you know what I mean? I think that's more for the parents to say, but obviously if we can say something for the greater good, we'll say it. How have you guys grown as artists since your debut, and how evident is this and how evident is this in your new material? I think we've grown loads, do you know what I mean? We've been working hard for years, and when we first signed, or even before that, we were making a certain style of sound, and you change, you evolve as an artist, you create new sounds, you start to like new music, so we've evolved, and as you can hear that in the new material that we're writing. You guys are in the studio, the Arctic Monkeys, the Selector and Santi Gold entered at the same time. Who do you collaborate with, debate with and ignore? Sorry, let me say that again, I'm sounding stupid here. You guys are in the studio, the Arctic Monkeys, the Selector and Santi Gold enter at the same time. Who do you collaborate with, debate with and ignore? That's a good question. I think we'd collaborate with the Arctic Monkeys because obviously the sound's different to ours. The Selector's more of our sound, so we'd probably debate with them to hear the experience they've went through. And I wouldn't ignore Santa Gold. Obviously she'd be the only female there, so we'd probably give her a lot of attention, so no one can get ignored, to be honest. When is the new album out and single out? Well, the single's out 28th of June, so make sure you buy that. It's called Winner. And the album should be out in September or October, so that's called To Get Nowhere, Follow the Crowd, so look out for that. Where do you guys see yourself going in the next few years? We just see ourselves as continuing to do what we do, and eventually that will build up a fucking massive fan base, and the only way is up, to be honest, so hopefully we're going up. Finally, the Daily Scheisse is a supporter of anti-bullying. What advice would you give to someone being bullied? Pick up the nearest bat, yeah, and just smash the fucker over the head with it. Pick it up and smash him or her in, and they won't do it again, will they? Because he won't be able to see you. Concussed, boom, out.
Because they're dead.
Yeah, like my man Tom said, that's what my advice is. Do you know what I mean? Because bullies are cowards. So if you let them bully you, then they're going to continue to do it. So like I said, pick up the nearest hard object and smash them in the side of the head with it. That's it. I have been Simeon. We are KiD BRiTiSH. Thank you very much. Let's have it. Winner 28th of June. To Get Nowhere, Follow the Crowd. Look out for it. See you later.